What's up and peace to the family. Today's topic is gonna be about the four different types of money and how we are not getting any of them. As you know, you are here with the owner and founder of the Global Currency Group, where we make currency work for you. And today we're going to talk about the four different types of money and how we are not getting any of them, and that's a problem. As you know, the government came close to running out of money. It was projected that we were going to run out of money in September. So, but what does that mean? Because there are four different types of money. So what type of money was the government about to run out of? So that's going to be the topic of today's conversation. Again, you're here with the owner and founder of the Global Currency Group, where we make currency work for you, and where I offer cryptocurrency consultation to bring everybody abreast to the knowledge of cryptocurrency. And so if you are familiar with cryptocurrency but you don't know where to start, you can email me at klewis198724@gmail.com so you can get your cryptocurrency consultation, where I teach you everything you need to know about cryptocurrency, how you can start profiting from cryptocurrency in real time. And so if you're interested in the consultation, that's only $50. But if you're interested in the mentorship, that's an additional $25. You get that for $75. You get access to my portfolio, the moves that I'm making, where I'm getting in at, where I'm getting out at, the cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at and thinking about investing to. So you get access to all that. So email me if you're interested in cryptocurrency but don't know where to start at klewis198724@gmail.com. Remember to email me your full name and phone number. Or I myself will reach out to you, or an associate will reach out to you, so we can schedule that time. You can get your consultation and get started with the mentorship program. So that's that. And we're going to jump into today's topic, the four different types of money and how we are not getting any of them. And that's a problem in our community. That's a huge problem in our community. So there's four different types of money, and we haven't been taught about how to get none of the four. So this is what I realized when I was having a conversation, about America's money running out. And this is via CNN and CNBC publication. It's all in the news, talking about money running out in September. And so I keep hearing that they get to print the money, so we can't run out of money. And I've seen that comment so many times in my social media that I realized, I was like, yo, we don't really know what money is. That's what started getting to me. I'm like, man, hold on. If the only thing you can conceive of being money is paper money that they print as far as the mint is concerned, then I know we had a problem. So we here to build about the subject matter that's on hand. Never attempt to take me to a different place unless it's relevant to the subject matter at hand. That's just point blank, period. So we about to get it in. So I had to drop that out there for all the detractors. So there's four types of money, and first and foremost, we have to establish what are the four types of money. The question is, why aren't we taught this? We know the answer idealistically, but rather than get into the conspiracy theory part about why we are not taught it, let's just teach it so we can start acquiring it. So you have commodity money, fiat money, fiduciary money, and you also have, guess what? Bank money, commercial bank money. Those are four different types of money. You have to learn how to access these different types of money. So the money that most of us are concerned with is fiat money, which isn't the most lucrative of the four. Fiat money is the least lucrative of the four types of money. Okay, fiat money. Fiat money is the least lucrative, at least in this society, because they're banknotes. Fiat is what you call your paper money, and its value is predicated upon consensus or stipulations that has its inception or derives from the government. Under normal circumstances, we would have established a body of, we would have, under normal circumstances, we would feel proud, and therefore the value that's accredited to money, we would be in harmony with, for the most part, but that's not the case. So we're in conflict with it. So now you have our brothers and sisters growing up talking about money don't have no value, but bro, you got to pay bills. And the other group is it's illusory, it's not backed by nothing. So what does all this mean? So it means absolutely nothing to you unless you have made a connection between have to survive, amass wealth, and live above your means. If you don't understand the distinction between those, we wind up in conflict. So all right, again, you got to remember that there are different types of money. When you go into debt for your house, it's not because of fiat money. It's because of fiduciary money. All right. And that's because you implicate the banks based on their money. So it's a trickle down effect. Because of fiat money isn't backed by anything, which takes us to our commodity money. So let's have a serious conversation. Fiat money. Yeah, we about to build. We about to build. Hit the like button if you're feeling it so far. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the like button. So, fiat money. What's fiat money? Fiat money is, it demands some type of arbitrary means to establish its value. So fiat money is your paper money. Paper money in short. Commodity money will be your gold and your silver. And normally fiat or paper money would be backed by commodities, commodity money, or commodity means, or behind commodities. And then we wouldn't necessarily call the money fiat at that point. So we have fiduciary money. Fiduciary in Latin means promise. So you're dealing with like promissory notes. We normally deal with certificates that attest to ownership and equity, like you get a mortgage note or a car note or titles. It's paper. We're talking about instruments that represent the value of the hard asset, so you don't necessarily have to bring the hard assets to the table for evaluation. You don't have to put your house in a book bag to and carry it to establish how much that your house is worth. You follow me? So that's what we're talking about. All right. And then you have commercial bank money. Commercial bank money is created whenever banks correspond with each other, and at the birth of their interest becomes money. Okay? So the problem is we've invested a great deal of our time, energy, and potential into our fiat money. And that's what's throwing us off course. The fiat money, okay, is what we confide in. But it's not the most lucrative thing to have in our possession if we want to succeed or make strong strides on planet Earth. That's the problem. Paper money will only take you but so far. I mean, at the end of the day, it's insurance and it's credit that's going to make you your money. Again, you can hit me up at KLEWIS198724@gmail.com for the consultant. And you can also hit me up there for the mentorship programs as well. And I'll send you some questions so we can get an evaluation process. So that way, the way you answer, I can create a curriculum that's personally befitting to you. So, and this is that's how I alleviate cutting into time during your consultation. And then I have the mentorship programs that's more elaborate in details where I'm coaching you. And then I'm coming up with the courses that goes into a great deal of this information that shows you how to make some of this information applicable. Whereas how to create your own pensions, get revolving lines of credit. You want to get in tune, and this in my next particular course, it's going to be coupled with the mathematics that's associated with all this. And a lot of people ask me, why not give the knowledge to my people for free? And I'm like I'm doing right now. And I tell you why. while I'm giving you, while I be giving knowledge for free, you be asking me why I don't give knowledge for free. So in turn, I have to charge to get you to focus a little bit more. I get this all the time. It's just weird. It's a point where you just can't ask somebody to do something for free relentlessly. There's a point in time where you have to compensate because you pay everybody else for the information. You pay to travel. You pay for your light bill. You pay for your gas bill. You pay for your mortgage note or your apartment. You pay for your food. You pay for your flights. You pay for your hotels. Black people teach you some. They actually get it for free. But you pay this white man, but he put you in debt for student loans for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And still, while a black man is teaching you for free, people ask me, why do I have to charge for another session that's not a part of the free session? But I'm giving you a free session. People get so preoccupied by the session that costs, and you undermine the session that's free. I'm dropping game right now. You see how weird that is? I get that all the time, so that's why I'm discussing this. In the meantime, I gotta pay for the phone bill. I gotta pay for this laptop in order. I can't go live and do videos and communicate with you. You know, when I do the Facebook streams, when I do the YouTube streams, I gotta pay for the electricity. I gotta pay for the place I stay. I gotta pay for the internet. So why is it I have to pay for everything to get the information to you, but you can't pay for anything back? At some point in time, sometimes you got to pay. Not all the time. Sometimes you got to pay. Because I tell you this, people with a certain level of experience, let's call that experience success, they have a tendency to never give you nothing for free. They don't spend their time to do this. They just like, look, I'm proven. You go up and down my social media and you can see I'm constantly giving back to the people. I'm constantly giving back to the people. Week in and week out. And when you check the people that I'm helping, they tell you how they support me and how they support my movement. So, and I'm trying to reach out to major syndicated platforms, you know, alongside of brothers and sisters that will attest to my workers and say, he teaches a lot. I mean, that's just how it's going down. So you go on my social media, you can check me out. YouTube at Crypto and Travel, Facebook at Crypto and Travel, Instagram at Crypto and Travel. So, but it's just like I say when it comes to relationships. Why take relationship advice from people that are failing at it? If people would afford themselves the opportunity to communicate with people that are willing to speak to you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just how that goes. In reality, there's 4 different types of money. And you have to start considering getting gold and silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium, and holding it because you want recessionary proof assets. Because in the event the economy goes to hell, normally the recessionary proof assets go up in value as the economy and the value of the dollar goes down. You want to have commodity money. And that commodity money, we don't want it. You want some gold and silver on hand, but you want a gold and silver refinery account. And when you set up the refinery account, you want to make sure you want to get a certificate that attests to the ownership and equity in the case of that particular gold, silver, platinum, palladium, or rhodium. And at that point, we are talking about fiduciary money. Because now you have a paper certificate that you can go and borrow against. It becomes money. It's a form of money. Whenever you got a certificate that attests to the ownership and equity of anything, that's a form of money. They don't tell you that. It's paper backed by something in particular. So you can have a debt instrument and have it backed by a hard asset. Okay, so now you transition from commodity wealth into what? Fiduciary money. From commodity money into fiduciary money, and then in doing so, guess what's going to happen? Now you can leverage that. You can collateralize that. You can securitize your asset. And now you can exchange with banks on the banking level. especially if you got a trust. So look what just happened. Many of us might realize what happened. You take the fiat money, it becomes commodity money. The commodity money becomes fiduciary money. The fiduciary money becomes commercial bank money. Now you in the game. We stop at one interval of money, and when there's four, that's the issue. You stop at one interval of money. Just think about what I'm saying. You can take this information and run with it and never talk to me again for the rest of your life. This will change your life. This will change your life if you use or employ the strategy. Don't stop at fiat paper money, colorable money. Okay? Money that has value by arbitrary means. In this particular case, I mean the government. You get your fiat money. But people say you need money. People, so what? It's $16 an ounce. Silver is $16 an ounce. You can scrape up $16 an ounce at a dollar a time. You can ask friends and for $1 a piece for 16 different people. You can get you $16 so you can get you an ounce of silver. Okay, so what you don't realize that there's a point where silver usually skyrockets in summertime, and silver usually rises in the summertime. Right now it's $16, and it usually doubles. So every time I find me an additional $16, I buy me another ounce of silver. That's what you're supposed to do. Real talk. You're supposed to do that every time. Every time you get you a little extra $16, buy you another ounce of silver. Every time you get you another $16. Yes, the federal government is not part of the government. The Federal Reserve is not a part of the federal government. See, all this you gotta. I don't want to get into that right now. Just know the Federal Reserve is not a part of the government. Okay? We're talking about centralized banking. We're talking about 12 entities in number. We're talking about a lot of chaos, conflict, and confusion that has its inception in 1913. Furthers the inception in 1933, per the House Joint Resolution, March 9th. We have a lot of different things that we can discuss. We can go into the history of these things. I like to go into the history of information, but I don't like to give you the history with no application. So a lot of times when I deal with the history, I like to do 10 to 15% of the history, because at the end of the day, we gotta address the point now, unless we will become history. You know, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be the story is gonna be told. People knew about everything, but they didn't have the time to make the knowledge applicable. So I want to get to the point where we can actively say, I can take steps towards my goal. And what I'm telling you is that if you have paper chasing and putting money on the mattress, that's why you're losing. Everybody's making the big bucks through revolving lines of credit, insurance, and credit. Revolving lines of credit and insurance. That's where the money is being made. I'm dropping this game for free, okay? That's where the money gets made. Entrepreneurship is dope. We'll do a Q&A at a different time. I really don't plan to be on this long, but you know how I do the financial literacy giveaways. So this is why I tell you all, download Kitco Gold Live. Download KITCO Kitco. Download the app Gold Live. So you could not necessarily buy from them. I use a different refinery account called APMEX, APMEX. I use an actual refinery account to store my gold and silver, the gold and silver that I don't have on hand. But what I'm telling you, stock will put your fiduciary money too. Put money in stock, that's fiduciary money. But what I'm telling you is, why not purchase stock in a company? That's why the Federal Reserve is so bizarre. It's so bizarre because America don't have any stock in the Federal Reserve, and you can't buy stock in the Federal Reserve. So that's how you know it's bizarre. That's how you know it's crazy. KITCO, download the app. So that way you can at least keep an eye on the rates of silver, gold, platinum, palladium. Those who have it, pay attention to it day to day. Because I tell people, if you have Instagram, you check that 10 to 15 times a day. You should have the time to check the Kitco app so you can keep your eye on gold and silver prices 10 to 15 times a day. That's what I tell people to do this day to day. The reason why is because, you know, yeah. Anytime you see gold or platinum for anywhere around $750 to $950, you know you're gonna make $400 profit because it's not going to stay there that long. Now it's for over $1,400. So when you watch it long enough, you get an idea and get a rate of consistency to know when to buy it. And you know when to sell. That's why I advise you to look at it daily, 10 to 15 times a day. If you got that time to look at Instagram, Facebook 10 to 15 times a day, you got that time to look at your Kitco app 10 to 15 times a day to check up on the prices of gold and silver. That's why I'm telling you this. And basically, I'm just talking about creating a portfolio, but it's important for you to understand that it's 4 types of money, and your ultimate goal should be to deal with commercial bank money. Not that you want to live and die by it. It's just so you can play the game at each interval, at every level. You can play the game at each interval and at every level. So fiat money transitions into commodity money. Commodity money transitions into fiduciary money. Fiduciary money transitions into commercial bank money. If you cannot do a paper trail to see your money go through all those different money transitions, you're doing something wrong, and you're not playing the game. And what I'm telling you is, companies that you like to buy from, you should be able to purchase or buy into, so you can have a say depending on the circumstances. We're talking about purchasing stock, not just any stock. Preferred stock. See about preferred stock options with no dissolution. See about preferred stock options with no dissolution. And then also see if you can have your stock insured. I'm dropping game. See if you can have your stock insured. A lot of us we want to invest, but we don't invest because of the risk. You can invest in preferred stock with no dissolution and have it insured. So that way, when you take losses, those losses can be written off when you have it insured. So you actually can make money when you take a loss and you sell. You take a loss, you can actually make money from those transactions when you buy and sell. When you have your stock options insured, dropping gain. That's how you minimize risk when you invest, and that's a fact. But why I charge for the info, right? I don't know. I'm dropping this game for free. Like I said, you can not talk to me again, and this information can change your life. But I'm finna get off. But I had to go in because I have so many of these type of comments on my social media, and the question keeps being, how can we run out of money? And everybody keeps saying they can just print more, print more, print more, print more. It doesn't typically work like that. It seems like that because no matter what it seems like, the reality is there are 4 types of money. We'll pick up this conversation later. There's 4 types of money. And then there is, you remember, fiat, commodity, fiduciary, and commercial bank money. And we get stuck. We don't even get to pass go. We get stuck on fiat. And we're in a rat race with that, living from check to check. We ain't even in the game. You're not in the game until you get some commodity money, fiduciary money, and commercial bank money. You're not in the game. If you don't have any notes sitting around the house that you can leverage, you're not in the game. If you don't have a trust set up, you're not in the game. If you're not retitling your property to the trust, you're not in the game. If you're not assigning your trust after its equitability, if you're not assigning your equitable trust into an insurance policy, you're not in the game. This is what the consultation and mentorship for. You're out the loop. And you have yet to pass go. And that makes sense because none of us really get to pass go, because the Rockefellers created the school system paradigm that we are in. And they are big business. Okay? They are bankers. They are the families. They are not going to teach people how to take their power. They're not going to properly educate people to be adults to make intelligent decisions when it comes to commerce. They're not going to do that. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium. Great example of commodities, non-recessionary proof assets that you can put your money into. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium. And you just keep an eye on it for a month to a month and a half, you'll realize, well, you should have bought it, and you will see the difference. And every now and again, there's a big boom in the price. It may drop after 48 to 72 hours, but that's a part of playing the game. It's kind of like playing stocks, but it's a little bit more lucrative, but it's less tricky. And the reason why I say it's more lucrative because you can get those notes and you can leverage them. So go back to the stock. Preferred stock with no dissolution that can be insured. But you can check to see if the stock is preferred. When I say no dissolution, when a company decides to, dissolution is the same as a stock split. So let's just say if you got one share, right? If you got one share worth $100, right? One share worth $100. When dissolution and when a stock splits is when that one share gets cut in half, right? And then you got two pieces 50-50. So instead of each share now being worth $100 each, is only worth $50 and $50, right? And you don't want that. You had preferred stock with no dissolution and insured, right? Let me go back. If you buy one stock for $100 and the company decides to split their shares, you now have two shares, but instead of two shares being worth 100 a piece, where now your portfolio is worth 200, right? You got two shares that are now worth $50 each, right? And to still equal up to your $100. You don't want that. You want to protect yourself from dissolution. You want to protect yourself from that. So one more time. Now you got one share, right? Instead of it being cut in half, now it's cut up 4 ways. So now you got 4 ways. Now that each share is only worth $25 per share to equal your $100. When you originally started with one share that was worth $100 per share. So now you got 4 that's worth 20. Then you got 4 shares that's worth $25 each. Instead of having 4 shares worth $100. You don't want that. You don't want your shares being devalued because you are splitting and selling of the company. You want your original value of each share. Upon the break, you want each share to be worth $100. Because you are dividing the company, I want all my parts to be worth what it was when I came in, and you got the right. And you got the right. I know it's a lot. It's a lot, but that's what the course is for. That's what the course is for. It takes time to put this information out, dedication and commitment. It takes time, dedication, commitment. Talk about creating a PowerPoint presentation that's strategically addressed to different people's point of view. You get the courses for that. So, like I said, the courses are running for $50. Let's get the cryptocurrency course. You get the mentorship program. You get the insurance course. You get the gold courses, the commodity courses. And what I do, I put you in the game. For $50, I put you in the game, and then what you do, you just keep studying, doing your due diligence, and that's how you get in the game. That's how I get the game, because I never put my credibility on the line and teach something and turn around and this was wrong, that's wrong. There's no such thing as preferred stock with dissolution. I just don't make up these words. I just tell you things that I've done for personal experience. If it's working out for me, I share it for you. I share it to you. I'm not selling you on nobody's company in particular. People ask me, what insurance company you deal with? I can say New York Life Insurance. I can say AIG. They have a very good policy, especially when they talk about whole life insurance and everything like that. But a lot of times I just say, man, just go out there, take the information, go out there and shop through different insurance companies, because I don't want to deal with that with people thinking I'm subcontracting with companies that I'm really not subcontracting with, and then I'm making them bread, but I'm not getting paid. So I will be officially making the money that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of to that I don't like. So I don't deal with it. So I don't want people saying, oh yeah, he probably worked for them folks. That's why he's sending them there. That's why he's sending them there. But nah, I'm only going to send you to places that are working out for me. I'm not going to send you somewhere that I have no knowledge about. I'm not going to send you to the land of the unknown. And then I have to turn around and be like, nah, I couldn't expect that because I knew nothing about that. I knew nothing about them. They'd be like, yo, why you just leave me out there? Then I got to say something, So, no, I don't do that. So I just tell you the general information. From time to time, I may tell you this is what I'm using. A friend of mine is using that. A very close friend of mine is using that. And just move like that. But ultimately, you can always leisure to study. Always. Always. I just drop you the information, get you in the game, be there to hold your hand for a little bit. But one thing about failing for a long time, let me get on this. One thing about failing for a long time. People go into they go into endeavors with an intention to fail. They can't wait to blame somebody for it not working out. They go in as a pessimist, because we are so afraid of success that you're waiting for somebody else to do all the dirty work, all the studying, do all the risk. You stand over there looking to cut, but when it start working out, you be like, oh, fam, put me on. And that's why people don't like me in the community, because I told them what I was on. They made fun of me. They mocked me. They told me I was tripping. They told me I was bugging. So guess what? When now that I'm getting my bread and cats be asking for donations and everything, they're a dub. I don't get nobody nothing because you should have been studying and working with me along this goal. I risked losing my family to get to this point. They had to believe in my vision. They had to confide in the direction that I'm going, that I was willing to take them in. They had to do that. And y'all left me out there to do it by myself. I had to move. I had to fly around. I had to sit there and meet in seminars and all sorts of stuff just to make sense of all this. I had to stay up and convince my family I'm not studying for no reason. And now that I'm actually getting mine, I'm supposed to turn around and give you the cheat sheet. No, you gotta work for your shit too. I mean, pardon my language. You gotta grind too. I'm not letting you copy off my sheet. Furthermore, you may not even get the same results. I'm not letting you copy from me. You should have grind with me so we could learn at the same time. You want me to put my money up, my credibility on the line, and then when I win, now I'm supposed to just put you all on? I'm not with none of that. I'm just different. That's why a lot of people don't feel me in the community, because the inner workings of the community stipulates that when I get put on, I'm supposed to put you on. Nah. When I get put on, we all should have got put on because we all should have been doing this together. If I had more than 10 people that's teachers and so-called conscious and promoting and propagating and everything, we should have all put our money in 10 ways and poured our funds towards every bit of knowledge that I had to study, every package I had to wait for in the mail, towards every deed or lien that I was purchasing. We all should have just poured our funds and just to see what's to come of it for our own personal knowledge. It's not about the return. It's your fam. It's 10 of us. It's 10 of us. Put up $50. 10 of us put up $50. Let's put this money into this lien. Let's 10 of us put up $100. Put this money into this lien. Let's do something for a 3-month stretch so we can have 3 G's. I don't even care about the return. I just want to know that this thing works. So as long as I know that it works, now we can be on a whole nother grind. And it'll be smart for us to stay together at that point. But at the very least, we just need to see that if it works. Nobody just want to throw some money out there to see what it works. But I'm seeing everybody spend their money on stupidness every day. Trying to go buy wealth at the mall. Every day we spend on something stupid. On something that doesn't give us a return. So I'm like, fam, we got the money month to month. Come on, bro. We teaching all this consciousness. We speaking of all this consciousness. We got $5 we can put together every week. $20 every month. 5 months time, that's $100. Okay? We can do that. Come on. It's too many excuses when it's come time to put the work in. And now I had to grind. I had to sacrifice. I had to put money up. I had to put my time in what it takes. I had to be willing to get on flights, pay to sit down for a free meeting because it wasn't free because I paid for the flight. I had to pay for flights and go sit down for meetings that cost. All on the other side of the country. I had to do that. So guess what? You got to do that too. Not y'all in particular, but I'm just saying. Anybody that was around me in my circle that knows I was constantly studying real estate, constantly studying the economy, constantly studying paperwork, constantly studying USC and UCC in particular, addendums and memorandums and compendiums, constantly finding ways to cut the middleman out so I can save money. And when the day comes when this information would be irrelevant. First, you got to get out the rat race. You got to make your little money. Then you got to get into a new tax bracket. So when you get in a new tax bracket, you got to be prepared because that man is coming when you start making 6 figures. And you got to be prepared. Your I's better be dotted and your T's better be crossed. So I was studying in preparation for my inevitable success. But I couldn't impress upon people's minds. I mean, I was just at my mama's house. My mom was like, man, if the man was coming after me like he was coming after you, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know what to do. I'd fall on the floor and faint. But you got to have your I's dotted and T's crossed. So you got to have it in your mind that you're going to make 6 figures. And once you got the working model, you're gonna make 7 figures. Because I'm studying things based on me making 7 figures. And it's like, yo, bro, we out here broke, including you. So what the hell we doing studying that, right? I was studying in preparation, because if I'm not in the state of preparation, it ain't gonna manifest. I'm studying like my millions is so inevitable. I'm studying like my millions is so inevitable. It can happen any day around the corner. And because I think like that, I was in a rush. I was in a haste. I was moving so fast because I knew it was coming. I'm around people talking about projections and visualizations and meditations and energies and magic, but they can't see themselves being wealthy. So I knew I had to separate myself from that. So I was saying to myself, was all this information a joke? So all this information is a joke? Were we fronting the whole damn time? Were we lying? Do we even believe half the stuff we say? So, but it is what it is. Good talking to y'all. I just had to put this out. I just had to put this out. And share this article too. You feel me? See this, I just came out to get a good build with you guys, but this is the actual article right here. CNBC Treasury could run out of cash in early September. Urges Congress to raise the debt ceiling before recess. Which they have came to a conclusion now to raise the debt ceiling, but we got to get that under control too. That's a whole other topic for a whole other conversation. How they raising this debt ceiling. But peace and blessings. I'm ready to be out. So, but I really do appreciate y'all all the time. I love y'all. Trust me when I tell you. Just email me, full name, phone number, klewis198724@gmail.com when you are ready to get that consulting or that mentorship program, or you want to participate in the courses. So I got to get it on. I got to get it in, get it on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go out to Costa Rica first quarter of next year. 5,000 feet above sea level. You know what I'm saying? Hot springs, thermal springs, waterfall, eat natural herbs that grow naturally out there. Oh, that's what I got to get to. But first quarter of next year, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you see it here. This is source of many. The government were threatening to run out of cash early September. So that's right. So you can read it a little bit. So the Treasury Department said it could run out of cash in 2 months, asking Congress to increase the debt ceiling, which they did before lawmakers leave for a 6-week recess. Based on the updated projections, there is a scenario in which we run out of cash in early September. This was real, family. This is real, family. But what kind of cash? We were running out of fiduciary and commercial bank money. That's the money we were running out. We weren't running out of fiat, the money that they print, the color money that they print. It was the fiduciary and commercial bank money that we were running out of. So they decided to raise the debt ceiling, so we can continue to sell debt to other countries and they can actually get it for a positive interest rate. That's what just happened. But we got to get this debt ceiling under control. And on another note, I only deal with people that's successful. I only deal with people that's successful and got what I'm trying to get. And other than that, I'm reading, I'm studying. And I don't talk in the presence of those that don't know. I speak in the presence of the people that do know, spark their brains, get them into deliberation, and go back home, take notes, and go back home after those notes and cook some up. That's how you do it, man. These are facts. But I'm blessed in this day and time that we are able to communicate at this level. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, family. You said this is the article of many sources that was denoting that we were on the verge of running out of cash, but it was fiduciary cash and commercial bank cash. But I'm about to be out, family. I've been on here long enough. Peace and love to you all. Remember, hit me up, klewis 1987224@gmail.com if you want the consultation and mentorship programs. Peace and I love you all. I'm out.